Here's a microscope, by the way, so we can look at tiny things on the electronic stuff. So this is a camera, ESP-CAM. Yeah, we have lots of things to unbox here. Electronics. You decide, what should we do first? Give me your opinions. What do you want to do? So here's a mic. And here's a lot of cables. And here's so. No suggestions? Let's just look at this then, right? First of all, let's hop to full screen desk. And the microscope is on there too. Yeah, we could use that. We could use the microscope. Little break in the PowerShell stuff, right? So let's get all of this. Let's actually take one thing at a time, right? So what do we have in the bag? So this looks real tiny. So come on, here it is. So I need to put up a preview so that I can see too. So this is a mini development board, Bluetooth, ultra small size. So we want to learn all the things about these two. So learning is really the thing.
Madam Fabulous says,
GM.
Good morning. Good morning. We have new toys. If I can find where the spot is here. So look at this. It's an ESP32-S3. A very tiny one. And this is like my thumb size, right? So I could kind of almost cover it with my thumb here. So tiny thing. So many toys. It's so nice to have a lot of toys. And I haven't bought a lot of ESPs because I was thinking there's some money. I don't know what to choose. And then I was like, well, let's just get them all. It's not like they're expensive, right? I think this one was probably $1 or something. So I'm just getting a box because we got some the other day. These are battery chargers. So Arduinos, no, ESPs. So we already have a few ESPs in here. And this is the same order. So I'm just thinking, let's put it away at once. So S30, and we have S2 minis. So we have ESP32-S2, ESP32-0. So, and here's a super mini S3. So what's the difference between these two really? So let's see. Oh, this one can't fit. There's actually text on both sides. So I think the super mini is it's bigger. No, that's a mini. So I grabbed the wrong bag. Yeah, this is a super mini, and this is the Zero. So they look like the same thing. Really the same thing. Similar. So the tiny ones, I'm keeping them separate.
What's the
So we have
project?
4 tiny ones. So I'm kind of thinking of like, for testing at least, let's do some home automation stuff, you know, and some sensors in different places, like camera by the door, temperature sensors around the house. So I need to get some more temperature sensors. I looked also at AliExpress at
Cool,
like
cool.
finished sensors, but they connect to an app, and as we realized last time when we tested, and this one doesn't have any electronics in it still, but this card that was in there, you need to connect to an app that requires full permissions on your phone, right? Chinese app. Oh, so actually, I think I cut away some of the text here. So let's actually look at this first. So, yeah, it's just the address. Doesn't matter. So I saw this one. So Wemos D1
No
Mini
normal
Pro.
phone things, don't mind me.
Yeah. So Wemos D1 Mini Pro. Yeah, this is the ESP32-66. So this has a different one on it. ESP12F it's also called. And what's on the other side? I'm interested in what this is. It's at least bigger. It's a bigger board. And the text says Wi-Fi IoT development board. So I think that this one might not have Bluetooth. Or does it? We'll see. Let's just... So many things we got with us, right? I'm putting the rest of the bag in there too, in case we want to see the text. So many things in there. So the tiny boards. So I'm really going for tiniest first now. So this one. Yeah, so I usually pull this further, but I didn't want it to get in the image. We'll see. There. So ESP32-CAM mini development board. I think it's the same again. We don't need to open all the bags. Their address. Ultra small size. So this is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and this tiny board. So imagine all the things we could do with this. So it doesn't take a lot of space in the house, you know. And this is the same, I think, the same board again. So possibly we have 3 or I mean 4 of this. So the next bag though. So it's a TFT LCD touch. So this is a tiny touch screen, 1.8 inch. So it's enough for doing something, you know. There's space here, right? So compared to my phone, it's not big. But it's kind of big enough for doing some things, right? So let's actually open it so we can feel it. So it has a protective sheet there. Well, that's just what this is. So 180, 160. And here. So I'm curious what that was. So SCD. Does it have a SD reader too? This is like a big reader. Whatever. So we have the connectors over here, where we have ground VCC, CS reset A0, SDA, SCK, LED, and the LED. Yeah, so, and this. That's the touch screen. So what to do with this? Let's put this one back. So I guess that this is good enough, right? We don't need this bag. It's also just for several of them. It doesn't say touch on this one though. So in this box I only have the ESPs. So if you want me to continue with the Try-Hack Me room instead, it is here. It is ready. So that's just to shout. I'm just going to check on my kids quickly.
You do you. I'm just about to settle down and start my work day.
So one of them is still sleeping, but I don't know when he went to bed. He's having sleeping problems, so yeah. I'm thinking, since I have this out now, let's get the rest of it done. So I can see what this is, so I'm waiting with that one. So the display. So we had this last time too. So it's like a RGB light where we can control stuff. 64-bit LED matrix. So one more bag. All right, this one was fun. If we can get to the actual name of it. So RFID module. There's a card and there's a thingy there. So we'll have to look at this. So many things to play with. So what's in this plastic bag? That wasn't hard to open. I think they said that with a separate. Oh, it's a similar thing, or maybe the same as that one actually. So it is. It's also. I might have just bought two of the same. So it doesn't look the same though. This doesn't have any text on it. It's empty. So I guess it might have been on the plastic actually. So wireless module, user kit, reader, writer. Let's see if we can get this thing off here. I don't want to save the whole bag. I'm getting most of it off here. Come on, I already pulled this thing off. There. Did it. So we put this on here instead. So this one is so another 1.8 inch TFT module, but this one doesn't say touch on there at least. So I guess this is a store that actually cares a lot about their packaging. Look. Oh, look, that's pretty. That's pretty bags. Ha ha ha. Have you seen this from AliExpress? So, I think it might be very similar to the other one. The driver. Yeah, so this one doesn't have a SD card reader, which we don't care about. We don't want the SD card reader to take space. This is better. Also, the SD card reader seemed the wrong size to me. Seems too big. This is a tiny, cute plastic box for this. Yes, I guess I'm saving this thing because I don't want the note. Well, I know what I can do. I can just cut this out, right?
Fixerbot says. New follower Valcoy. Less than 3.
Hi, welcome in. So we're taking a break here, unboxing some stuff. So I made order some stuff from AliExpress, and it arrived. It takes some time, but it arrived. Yeah, let's just get rid of the rest of this big bag here. So nothing else. Yeah, there's one more thing in there. No, there's nothing. So here we have something else. Another S2 Mini. Wi-Fi. So we can see the board. Do we open it? Yeah, we can't see all of it. So does it matter if I cut this? It kinda does, right? So let's actually cut it in the other end. So don't want to get rid of the information. So here we have a S2 Mini, which is bigger than the S3 tiny ones. But it has all the pins here. There's a lot of pins. That's why it is this size. And it also has screw holes. That's always nice. And we can see an antenna here. Then we have our side buttons. USB-C. That's always nice. It's not a micro USB. and it's purple, right? The most important thing is the color. I don't like purple. What would make you think of that? So let's just put it back. So put it with the tiny ones here in the box. So we're going to have to play with all these, and things that I'm interested in is power. So if we're putting it with a battery somewhere in the house, and we want it to like stay alive for a long time with a tiny sensor checking the temperature like every 5 minutes or something, whatever, you know, we want it to not take a lot of power.
Madam Fabulous says,
Fashion per second is the most important PC stat, FPS after all.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Especially if it's with, well, if it's in a box you can't see it. But, So I think it's the same package with all of these lots of connectors. So why so many things? I guess they want us to be able to choose. So for some reason, I2C connector. Okay, cool. Vimas D1 Mimi, actually. Lowling. I haven't seen this thing before. Let's see what it said. Didn't it say kind of the same as the other one? Though it was a bit funny that it said Mimi, right? So it's not me being blind. Let's zoom. We have a microscope. It says Mimi. It doesn't say Mini. So there somewhere. We're focus. So when you order stuff from China, sometimes things have funny names. But this is like, we didn't save money. We want you to have all the connectors you can possibly need ever in your life. So we only have a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Then we're going back to try hack me. So let's actually read this person. Another one, oh, I can feel the box. It's the same. It's the same as the other one with the box. So I bought 2. These are from AliExpress's. Let's just see this tiny label. We don't need that one, right? So let's just cut this out so we can throw the bag away. So it's the same display again. We can see driver there. The upside. Yeah. Amazing to get nice little boxes. So I bought this on AliExpress's, what is it called? Like 3 for something cheaper thingy. So those are even cheaper than the normal orders. Here we have a normal ESP. It is a ESP32 room 32D, and it says expressive on it. And there's a tiny there, a tiny, and it is micro ESP. We can live with that. So it's always nice to have tiny processors to play with. So the big ones. There we have. Oh my, it's an ESP32 in here. Such a surprise. So I kind of overdid it, did I? So we'll see here. So this is room 30, ESP room 32 only. It doesn't have any other letters or anything. So also micro USB, and we can see the antenna, the Wi-Fi. So this should have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Yeah. Dual core. And this one has yellow. Pretty, right? But notice it's not purple. It's not purple. So ESP Lite V1.0. So new thing. So what do you have? What suggestions for a project here? Were all these? So this one has another connector. Let's see. Plus, is this for power? At least this is USB-C. And we can see the chip. So we'll have to zoom to read this one. So I'm trying to keep steady here, but I'm shaking the camera, I think, more than my... Let's hold this with both. Oh, well, we'll just have to see what it is when we... So that's the wrong direction, I think. I'm getting closer to the zoom we want here. There. So we can see all of the components. A reset button, a bit hidden between the connectors, so you can't press this by mistake. Yeah, let's just look again at the... So I'm kind of impressed that we got these with everything. It's nice. I wouldn't have to run out of them. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Developer antenna ESP32 C8340D. Okay. I think that's the USB-C. There. So let's put it in the bag. So we only have 2 bags now. The last one is the camera one, which I was really waiting for. So let's see what this is. Development board type C. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, dev kit, room 32, expansion board. Yeah, so in this one we have this too. So we have the... Oh, it has 2 lines here. I'm assuming that's for different width. Yeah, it's even in text here. So it will fit different things. So this one is a... Come on now, too much underneath here. Room 32, no letters, but it has an antenna. So I bought ones that don't have an antenna too, that's why I'm checking. And it has holes in the corners, micro USB. So it doesn't really matter if it's micro USB or USB-C. It's more like a sign of how old it is, right? So the underside is like empty. And we can check here, 3.3 volts. So which width is
John
this
Rosemary
one?
says.
I have 2 of this model.
Ah, you have. So you can see the width fits with the further one. So the box is expiring and just adding an hour here. So we could put this here if we wanted to. So it's easier to attach. These have the signal, power and ground, so it's easier to connect stuff if you just want to play with it. And yeah, this one actually had 3 powers. That's kind of what made me buy this one, I think. It was micro USB, USB-C, and just normal power. 6.5 to 16. So that's what this part of the board does. It's just making it the right power for this. I'm actually removing this again. This might not be the one we want to play with on this. It just fits all of them. So the prickly one, we don't, oh well, we'll put it in here. I don't think this will break. I don't think this will either, but I did break the first ESP32-CAM from having power connected while I was attaching the cables. Yeah, I did do it. So I'm actually going to cut this out. So it gets so sticky if I try and remove it and we don't get all of it. So I don't need this bag anyway, it just takes space. So there. So now we have lots of ESPs, right? There's lots of ESP play stuff. There's one thing more here actually. So we have this one too. And I can see this antenna looks more sturdy than the other one, doesn't it? Let's see. Where's my old antenna? So this is the old one. And the antenna is this size. So what do you think of this? This antenna is so much cooler, right? And it doesn't have the same connector even. So it's this one is fried, possibly not the camera itself. So here's the cam itself. So is one part missing. There's no camera in this kit. Oh, that's annoying. There's no camera. So it's supposed to be all the parts, of course. Oh, it is there. It's just in between. There. So let's attach the camera here. So we're just going to, I'm getting some soldering tools. So let's feel here. Yeah, this is a bit open there, right? Yeah. So this one goes in like this. And the connectors are on the other side. So it will connect back there. So I'm just pushing it in here now. Hopefully kind of straight. Closing this. Down. And I think it's like already tight enough. So it will hold this. These also have these adhesive on the back, so you can put it. Should we do it? I don't think I will, because, you know, this is a bit, oh, odd angle there. It's because of the components. So it's actually turning a bit from that, I think. Well, so we could use this at once. Should we test this before we stop with the electronic stuff? So I know that the camera connector is in between, so we'll have to open it. So this is the motherboard. I'm saying motherboard because it says MB. It's where the USB is, and here we have the ESP, and we have the connector for the antenna, and this one should be angled. Yeah, it is. So let's see.
Fixerbot says, "Thanks for the lurk, Cypher Enigma."
Oh, hi Cypher. Cypher Enigma, but that's not what you say, right, for the TTS. Oh my goodness. So these are always so finicky to get on. It's you have to have the exact right angle and position and press at the right spot. And come on. I hate these connectors. When it's there, it will be good though. I think I mangled one of my laptop's connectors a bit. And this is not straight underneath, so I can just put it down. Just a camera now there too. So I should have put this before the camera, but I'm usually not having these on all the time, right? Oh my god. Come on. Am I just not pressing hard enough? You can see I'm not pressing too lightly here. Yeah. So I have given up on these actually, on that with the laptop. So let's see what it looks like. So if I hold it like this, it should be flat. So here is what the connector looks like. There's like this rubber there. And it's very tiny. I'm going the wrong way. We can be much closer than this. So this board is not straight.
John Rosemary says,
the camera.
I always push with my nails or guitar pick.
Yeah, but you saw what happened to my nail. It's just bent. So I'm going to put this one underneath so it's straight. And so I've attached a lot of these recently, but still. So if I hold it like this, and I had to remove the antenna on the other side, on this side, on the other one to get it back on there. So the thing is to be straight. It helped to put this one underneath, just leaning against it so it could be straight. So there, now it's attached. And by the way, this one has an antenna here and a connector. So it's like double. That's cool. So let's put this one back. Yeah, and we can also see that we have two buttons. We have the ship for the cereal there. So one of them is reset, and I think the other one is for burning, but we don't use that. So there, we could detach this here if we wanted to. We do have it ready to really burn this if we want to. So before we do anything more, let's just make sure we have all these thingies. So why 3 rings? So I'm like, why do we have 3 rings? I guess I'll just put them on there. Yeah, of course we're supposed to attach this to something and have this on the outside. So that's why there's several rings. So I want it all attached so it's not like falling away somewhere. So I didn't think of what antenna I got when I got this. That I got a better antenna with this one, because this one is very similar, but it is a much tinier antenna, right? And yeah, let's just compare them in the microscope. So this one doesn't have the same edge. This one was good. The only problem really was the rate of transfer, meaning, so here on this one there's a burnt component on the motherboard, and also there might be the board with the camera itself might be affected too, because I didn't get any network connections when powering it another way. So let's just this bag will just say ESP32-CAM, right? So there's nothing to save there. We save the bag for the cam itself. Yeah, so I have a USB here. So why not? So that's the last bag. I saved it on purpose. The best use for ice cream boxes, right? Getting some ordering time things. So we don't need the microscope anymore. So let me look at the bags I threw in the trash. So let's quickly throw out Arduino Studio, and that looks like servo stuff. Digispark RevShell, the Digispark we had up a bit ago. Let's just open it. So I always get unsure. The round one is the old one, right? Yeah, it is. So so what blink is this? So we can see here that we don't have anything connected, and we don't have the USB connected. So let's see, we have USB 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we connect this. And it is the right USB, it's USB. So the power light is on. Nothing new. So let's click install there. We have device manager still up there. So yeah, I think it's detected probably. That's the 15678. So nothing new. I saved Rolf's code there. In case he's here. So, right, this is for the sensor. Yeah, this is the program that is. I'm like, how much places could I put stuff here? And there we have a servo put into parts. There we have tech stuff. Here we have an Arduino. Oh, it's up there. I can see it. This is a Arduino. Oh, there I have the serial thingies. Let's see here. Right, so here's the other ESP with the sensor and stuff. So I don't think we'll do that now. I'm kind of thinking I want to go back to doing the other stuff. And I don't see where we have the other one. This was a blank copy, and that's blank. Where's the other one then? Yeah, probably just here. So we were just using the basic example. CAM. Let's look for CAM. I'm thinking it's also called server, but it's mostly camera. Ethernet, ESP32, camera. Yeah, there it is. So let's actually save this one as our own copy. I'm kind of sure we did though. Maybe I just saved it here. So if we do save as, we get our copy here. So when we do open recent now, we have 2 camera web server. I guess because we had the other one, whatever. So I think this is the right model for the other one. So we don't have a new COM port though. Meaning probably the cable I'm using is no data. That's the most probable reason. So let's just get something that's better. So I have so many things on my desk. This is a cheap one from some China thingy. So it might just be charging cable. It's probably that. So it's just too many things on my desk. So here's another Arduino. Here you can see this is a micro USB cable. And this should probably have data. So there, and let's see. So now we have a new COM port. This is what's supposed to happen. So now we have a new COM port. This is a CAM, and I think we used this one last time. Let's just scroll down. So it's an ESP32-CAM, and that's the only one that says ESP32-CAM. So let's just run this. Should I zoom in more? So we'll just run this default program. And there are a lot of camera models to try, and I think actually that this is not the right one. Oh, I've got American keyboard still. So let's put back to Swedish keyboard. And I can actually, since this was what we set it to, right? So it might be this one, we'll notice. So verify. Well, I just remembered it will compile whatever I do, so let's just do this. Turn on the blue. So, and I said I wouldn't use the microscope anymore, now I want to. So it's compiling slowly. We can see the light there. We still have the protection on. We haven't attached it, so this is more like a test, a basic test. See that it works. Then I'm thinking we will test this one without the motherboard, with this motherboard on, because this one has a burnt component. So, and this one hopefully works, because it's, I really hope it does. Otherwise it was just my unsecurity. Not being safe. So it would be bad if that one was broken just because I didn't care enough to be careful. So it's still compiling. Right, let's actually move this because you can see the compiling there, right? Yeah, we can close the desktop one. Why have that up? You can see the ESP itself here. Yeah, this means it's working. It's writing. And we want serial monitor. So it should hop over to serial monitor when it's finished. Hard setting. Select a board. So where do I select the board for that? Seriously, doesn't it usually happen automatically? So let's just go back here. Serial. Come on. New line. This is just. So what is this? What's this? So this is clean output. Where do I change the serial monitors connection? So this might be started now, but we need serial information on what it's doing. It will give us output on its IP address on serial here, and we need that because we can of course scan our network, but that seems like an inefficient way to do it. So what did it get last time? So 192. Dot. Here's what it got last time. Meaning, if it is just happening to give it 164 or something. Nah, I don't think so. I don't know. I can check the router, the firewall. Let's do that. You already saw too much there. I'm just checking it on the other screen. So let's see. So it's always hard to find where on earth DSP is in this one. I'm like, where is it? If I click there, yeah, I can see the scope. View leases. Yeah, it's not logical, this. So, the last lease, it is 164. And it is a ESP32. So, and it was, oh, that probably means the other ESP works because it was the 7th. So this one isn't working yet. So let's hop back here. Let's close that one. So the reason it's not doing that is what? Why doesn't it set this? Select the board and port. There, it is a board and port selected. Not connected. So, no right click. There's a right click. What's that? Toggle timestamp. What's this? Come on. Auto scroll. Oh, nice. I would like auto scroll on. Yeah, I've been scrolling manually before. Come on now. So it seemed to burn it okay, right? So I'm thinking what could happen, since we're not getting serial output, possibly it's not getting through to the spot. Do I want to read this code, or do I want to do the try hack me? That's the question. So this was just intended as a quick test. Should I debug? So if we undo the changes here, and we do this again. But I've never seen the serial monitors like this. Could it have been somehow connected to the other one? Look. No, it worked. So it might have just worked for me restarting it too. Well, well. That's life. So we'll have to wait for this. Access is denied. So let's, now it's saying access, this is when we got the error, okay. And this one's still saying uploading. So I didn't change a thing. Failed serial port busy. Maybe because I clicked there. So we'll just redo it. So I'll actually disconnect it first. Reconnect it, meaning restarting it in a very hard way too. And then we do this. We removed its power and connection. So we have the antenna here. Yeah, so probably that I started the serial. So let's not start it manually. Let's just hope that it started automatically. So hardware setting, and that disappeared. And let's check serial now. So now we're getting data. So let's see what. Okay. Seriously. It crashed? Well, OBS is not crashing, so So I saw this Arduino ID down here too. Let's end this one first. See if it closes everything. Oh, let's just do these. So we'll just start it again. One thing that can happen with a serial monitor is they can go crazy. A lot of data, you know. So I'm going to read the code first. Now we have this here. Now let's close that. And we're just going to check the board right here. So where's the serial start? Serial print. Serial print. Serial begin. Yeah, I thought it was the right one. So let's just check in with the... I think it's already selected the right one here, so since we just used it, let's go to the serial monitor and we should get better data here, really. Yeah, it crashes. So this is so totally odd. So I'm powering it off. By the way, I do not need the serial, really. Yeah, right, we need to crash it. So have you ever seen this in... So people talking about using Linux instead of Windows as the base OS? Yeah, I'm there with you. Oh gosh. Yeah, so I'm going to get a new info on my leases on the DHCP and scroll down and see if we have a new one. So I really should start on the host name. So we have ESP. We only have 2 ESPs, and those expire at 20 in the night, meaning it's not this one. So I don't think this one has an IP address. But it definitely has serial something. So just for fun, let's see here. So, oh my gosh, I have 2 previews on OBS. That's so taking resources for nothing. Yeah, so we can set static IPs for these 2 if we want to, easily. I'm not going to show you my firewall, but I can just click a button. So all the browsers taking space here. So one is the purple background. And then we have notification stuff going. Yeah, I guess I can close this. Let's keep it up for a second. This purple background, by the way. So, as I know what IP this used to have, and this is a Wi-Fi card now. So let's see if this board is also fried. And it would have been nice to see that it worked properly before we tried this, because I might kill this one too. But, you know, it's life. So now we have the old one connected. It had apparently 163 and 164 as IP addresses before. We're giving it power. And we're hopping back to the left screen. And let's just see also if this will kill. There it is. So if we right click, we go. We still don't have it here, do we? We just have the old ones. So these are with a robot arm. So robot arm stuff. And it had 3 too. This is what it's supposed to look like. So I'm thinking, is this a saved side? Or is it actually? It's actually live. Meaning we didn't fry that. We only fried the motherboard. And the motherboard is like $1 and the whole thing is like 9. So, or 8. So that's nice. This means we can also change the resolution to its highest. And it is slow at this quality. So it's not the best camera. I'm so happy it works. So let's hope the new one works too, right? It's supposed to work. So I could see. Did the other one get 164 then? No, because it was almost the same date and, you know, time as this one. So I might probably just have not checked 164 then. I don't know what could have changed its IP though. You see, it looks very much. I don't want to show the firewall, or I will show you. Knocking on the door. Yeah, so I'll need to get one of my kids some food soon. Don't look in my nose. Yeah, so we can also get still images. Let's do this and click still. Right, we need to scroll up to get the full thing. So get still, and then it's frozen at this spot. I would like though to have only the image with certain settings set, right? So this is how this works. Come on here. So I don't know, it keep opening the other one first. We can always check stream if this is the ESPI is the one I was using. Yeah, this is not the one I edited, because obviously I did have the settings for the network, meaning I didn't set these now, so it could never have worked with the network. I would have been trying to get a DHCP address from using these, right? Guess we could also set a static IP for it, right? But it would still need Wi-Fi creds. I wonder where we set the network settings. Wi-Fi begin SSID password, set sleep false, wheel connected, serial print, and then we get the IP address. So it will go DHCP by default, it seems. So I need to learn more about the Wi-Fi library here, but also about the specific ones. So the camera, ESP camera.h, go to definition, and here we will have so many things. So example use, ESPR driver, let's see, sensor H, systime, SDK config, nothing that seems camera specific. ESP camera supported. So S3 and S2 can also have cameras, and they're supported too by this. And C plus if def C++. So the thing I'm thinking of is how do we modify the web page content, right? And where is that really happening? Is there a program in there in the camera? I know I derailed myself. So we have it running now. It should be police and stop. So this is the one with the right settings. I'm actually going to cheat and look at my own video. Is it cheating looking at your own video? Is it easier with... let's do YouTube today. Oh look, it has suggestions. I've never seen that line ever. That's nice, right? I have no idea what. So lives, I'm thinking. I don't know if I've uploaded it yet. So ESP-CAM here 2 weeks ago. So I ordered a new one and power on reset. SPI fast flash. So who's that? So let's actually make it bigger. 15200 here. And so let's just scroll back a tiny bit.
Probably this is the closest neighbor.
So there. Let's just see, where have we got it working?
Reach. I have so many more networks when I scan.
Here it's working here.
But this is like a quick.
So here we have it running. The same as we do now. Yeah, so look. Camera model AI Tinker. That's what we put it as now. But I forgot to put the Wi-Fi information, right? So, and now I can even cheat if I want to and look at what IP it has if the serial doesn't want to play. So, confirmed. So curious to know what it does now exactly. So if we just go forward a bit here, we will get, here's what the serial is supposed to look like. But yeah, no, let's actually empty. That was old data from when we just was scanning networks with a Wi-Fi card. So now we will get, let's see.
Wi-Fi connected. Yeah, it worked.
There it is. And 163, the same as now. So we should get the serial
what
data.
Do you think
so then we went to this page and it
gosh.
Worked.
So it's not like
it's the first time I saw it.
We have
so confirm that this is exactly what I used when it worked, and it was the AI Thinker. AI Thinker confirmed, and let's just let's see. So I had to reset my I think this is the one I saved as, right? So I had to reset my Wi-Fi password last time, but this is it's not case sensitive, right? This is the same. And then I'm going to do this. So we're secure now. And I have to define AI Thinker too. So I'm just scrolling down in the code a bit. So it should be, as long as I don't hop around here. I'm going to switch now. So we're going to switch from this ESP that works. This one works. The new one, we want this to work too. So we're unplugging, and this is broken, that works. So this is, should I like put an X here, maybe pen? I don't think it's visible on this material, so let's put it on here. So this is the one that's broken, so I don't mix them up and go like, oh, which one was it that was broken? So now we have a tiny X on it, on the connector. So old one with the tiny antenna works now. Let's see if we can load the right software into this one too. So I guess we could put this 2 here. So now I know I don't have to find errors using this one. So protection plastic gone too. So what IP will we get? Let's plug it in, and the program should be running, or rather here. So its power is on. I have removed the cover of the display. We can separate these easily by the old one having this antenna, the new one having this antenna. Right? So let's see if we can see an image with this one when we upload. So we did upload twice. That was not the problem. The problem was I did set the right type, but the serial acted funny. I didn't look at the serial with the other one. I should have. Darn. So the serial out might have crashed with an old one too. So compiling sketch. So I'm not efficiently getting tickets from TrackMe. I derailed. It's fun to get some cameras up in the house with ESPs connected to some. So I had this laptop that the box was squished, and the battery was this is its battery. And I had planned to throw it out. That's why I did that to the battery too. Then I realized I can use this computer. It's actually a functional computer inside the shell. So we pulled it apart, and currently it's going to become not plexiglass, it's some other material that I found. So we're going to put that clear plastic thing around it. Oh, it's the wrong COM port now. I'm very curious what happened there. So let's go for this. And I'm not going to scroll. I'm just going to do it again. So it is connected with the cable we used just now. It's so slow compiling, I'm sorry. I think I'll go get my kids yogurt while it's compiling. So they should be finished in the kitchen now. I was just waiting for that. It just takes like 3 minutes. Max. Ah, there. So now he's got his food. So, did we dare to open cereal? Or should I just check my DHCP shared view leases? Let's see. The furthest ones. So I don't think it has one yet. So I can see our phones. I can see. So the other one identified itself as ESP32 and some extra stuff. So let's hop over to serial, because that's what we usually do. And let's hope it doesn't crash. I'm thinking that it gets so much data that it finally crashes. But it's just XXXXX, you see? So it will probably crash if I have this open, maybe. We'll see, let's hope. Wow, it's actually working now. So it's trying to get... And it has the right time too. Cool, it works. So if something is wrong now, it's just me putting like the wrong letters in the Wi-Fi password, hopefully. Well, or the Wi-Fi antenna not working. Maybe I should hold it up a bit. So I'm holding the antenna up instead of just letting it lie on the table, which helped. It was good enough for the other one, right? So we have a access point just like a few meters outside my door. So those old X's were from the last one, but yeah. So when we debugging or making the serial out for the, yeah, you can see it's starting to go a lot of dots here. So let's click the reset button for it. So this should be reset here. So reset, power on reset. Oh gosh, that's ugly. So I'm going to clear this and click the reset button again, so we don't have that problem. So let's scroll down to the actual program. This is just a lot of if-defs. Camera in it. Seems like something is going wrong, right? It's not at the network stuff yet, is it? So here we have Wi-Fi begin. And here's the serial print of dots. And then it says Wi-Fi connected. So it's probably looking for Wi-Fi now. Okay, let's hop you over to this machine. We can actually log into Kali. We'll What's the password, right? So that's the question we answered for the box. And I'm going to scroll up and see what I did with the password. Actually, let's actually search for networks. We have that. So, examples. ESP32 Wi-Fi maybe? Is there Wi-Fi? So no. So there were Wi-Fi's here. There, Wi-Fi. So we did a Wi-Fi scan before. So let's open Wi-Fi scan again. And this will just test the Wi-Fi stuff, right? And we will also see what our Wi-Fi is called, just to make sure. So I'm going to actually do save as on this one too, as we're using it. We're not going to make any changes. We're just going to test stuff. And we're just going to upload it. So, and we have a nicer antenna for this one. So we should get more Wi-Fi's. Previous time we scanned Wi-Fi's, we were using no antenna, I think. Or rather an ESP with a built-in one. So the poor camera is flying here. So it's still compiling. So let's see. We don't have like a LED for connection. There's no like TXRX LEDs on this. I think I need to eat something. So while it's compiling, I'm just checking my phone. So why did that have? Very good. So I couldn't sleep tonight because I had pain in my shoulders. I'm thinking, was it yesterday? So was it that my yesterday's jogging, or was it that my hubby's sick? So I don't know if I'm. They're just sending a message to my mom. Cause yeah, so let's hop over to serial now. And serial monitor. So this one keeps scanning all the time. And if I hold this one up now, see if it gets more than, I think the one without an antenna had 3 at least. So this is a horrible range. There. Yeah, 3, is getting 3. So what if we angle it like, yeah, right. So remember the scroll one, right there. So this one will just scan. Now we're using the camera one to scan. If I'm doing that direction, scan start. And we're doing that direction. We're doing this direction. We're doing this direction. So just once it managed to get 3. That was only the one here. Unit. So if I have an antenna like this and scan them from my Kali machine, you know. There, now we have got the unit one again. Yeah. So these are our access points in the house. HPV 95 is the address. Holmbodavägen 95. This is... Oh, look, we got another CAM here. So I think it's kind of not scanning long, right? That's why it's not finding a lot. It's not scanning for a long time. So we could change the code if we wanted to. Right. So let's skip the serial. So this works. The Wi-Fi works. It can find the networks. So I'll just update to use exactly that. I'm mostly thinking, I'm just double checking here. So what happened now? Closing that, scrolling here. I think it crashed again without it being visible. Yeah, I'll have to close. Oh, it closed itself, good. So, didn't have to open Task Manager, it was just very slow closing itself down. So, I'm kind of sure that it should be correct. And the only thing I changed was the moving it from lower to uppercase in the name of the network. So this will be real cool. But I'll have to find a good way to use the image. So maybe we should look at some examples for how people use their ESP32-CAMs. Yeah, I still have a little bit of a pain here. But it's better. And I will slept like just a few hours tonight. So I thought, why not just stream, right? So it should really be done now. So let's hop over to Serial Monitor and see if we can get some more action now. So hardware setting via RTS pin, giving us nothing. So test. We can actually send stuff on the serial too here. I restarted it. It worked. And we got the IP after it. So somehow, sometime, it used 164. I don't know why. It wasn't this one. So I'm actually going to remove the there, so I don't by mistake show you my firewall. So did I manage to copy this? Let's Control C. And let's look here. And no. Looky, looky, looky. So the only thing now is that I don't want only this. You see, this is the image. And you can see the quality there. If we take it to the higher one, so why? I didn't have this problem with the other one. Stop stream, start stream. So it also says that for it to remember faces and whatever, we should have CIF or lower. So yeah, upside down too. So it's supposed to remember my face. So how about using this for cam? I think it has a bit of problem with the colors too. I do have lots of colors on my hair from lights, right? And also my shirt is very where the color it looks like the other one. So special effect. This is much better, right? Now I can really recognize myself. It's not a good quality camera. So this one freezes. The other one doesn't freeze when you do this. That's odd. Yeah, it's very crazy seeing myself like this. So this LED, we got it running last time on the other one, and it's really a flash, not a LED, so it's a bright LED. You have to use Ceph. We're using Ceph. Oh, the other one is working better than this. Could it be that this is another type then? So that's a camera. So antenna. Hello, here's the antenna. Oh, so imagine we have this outside the door, right? I'm kind of thinking that high quality of the image is better than having a high update frequency. If people jump outside the door, we will notice people usually stand there, right? So we want to know, oh, there's people trying to sell alarms again. We don't want to even stop streaming, go downstairs, whatever, you know? We have 2. I think I order more than these. But as long as the other one here, so as long as this one has power it should start the program. So it should really just be that. We could actually do something very nice like this. And let's see. I want to preview on my other screen, and I'm getting my USB plug-in stuff. So I'm not connecting my USB yet. We have 5 volts. And on this one, I need a microscope for this. So wrong USB, this is the one. We want to connect them both at the same time. So if we look here for ground, so I'm thinking here at this side we have ground and 5 volts in the corner, right? So I'm going to connect there, and so I made this thing for my phones, so it connects power to the phones. So now it is connected to the pins, and I'm hoping it does not short there. It is actually connected like this, so it shouldn't short. That would be like kind of useless. So can we get now 2 working? So this one is connected to this power only, nothing else. So I have a 5 volts. So I have my kid's TNT alarm clock here to configure too. So many things on my desk right now. So now we don't even have a power LED. By the way, that's kind of funny image. So it's filming the other one. So let's see. So here is the bottom of that one. This one doesn't have any serial, nothing, but we should get an image from it, right? So I just clicked. Why did it open that? Whatever. So let's just copy this IP address because it's kind of similar. Well, let's just put a 3 at the end. I don't know if it's... yeah, it is 3, right? Oh, it's actually up here already. From the last one. We took an image, I think. Get still, I think I did it. So... is this enough to make it start? We don't have any serial information. And we also had it get 2 IPs. Okay, so it's getting another IP when we don't have it connected to the MB card. Interesting. That's interesting. So we just use it with this IP when it's connected to the MB, CAM32MB. And this one is still going. This one is going too now. So let's set this one to a higher resolution. Let's drag it a bit so we can see both at the same time here, right? So they actually scale. So what app is this? How does this work? I need to know the background of this, right? So we can see my hand on both there, right? So as you can see, the old one is better. This one is slower. This one is much more updated. Why? They have the same settings, as far as I know. So I'm thinking they should have the same defaults. Oh right, and we don't see the full image there. It's still there. So both. Both at the same time. Let's actually angle them the same way so we can compare better. We have also identified what legs we need to power these. So actually it may be easier to put them side by side this way. Oh, my headphone died. Power. I'm just getting a new one. Hello. So there we have them both, and if I just turn them both, we can see both there too. They should have a similar image, right? And I think that the text on those labels are the same. QV2640, but they're still different, right? And we can see that it's like a different zoom. And the old one is more zoomed out and it updates more. So buying these from AliExpress from different looking similar is not the same. So now I'm going to compare the settings here just quickly. To these. Right, we can drag this one down without making it much bigger. I don't want them the same size though. So just checking that everything is the same. So I know that if we set them to the lowest quality, we will have different update, right? So let's see. So I think the old one, which is this one, is still quicker. So the new one here, it is different and it's worse. Or is it? Imagine us looking at the microscope there. So it's of course a different perspective. So this one is more zoomed in. So let's see if we can make this one the same size. This is like 20 centimeters. Difference. Well, you can see the board in this now. So, well, so this one is more zoomed out, which is kind of a nice thing if you want zoomed out. But there's also the updates. Let's put them at like the middle of the quality. Okay, so we can't see the number. It's just like a dragging thingy. So if I put them at the medium quality, and I put my hand over, away, hand over, away, I think they're like the same now. Maybe this one is a bit. Let's put them back to top quality. So, and come on. Yeah, I think this one crashed again. So, it did before several times. That's not a good sign. Might it be a different camera? So, is it still actually on? Yeah, it was just extremely slow at updating this quality. So, now my hand is over there. Very much so. Of course, I don't have like the Wi-Fi antennas in a perfect way here. So what happened? Stop stream, start stream. Stop stream, start stream. Oh, that's the one I should delete. Or just not show. So both are restarted. Can they see my hand? I don't have the patience to wait here. So my hand is over there. So hand away. Hand there. So let's actually restart both. The left one doesn't have a reset button. Well, it does. Let's see. It's just underneath the board. So it is now reset. And I'm pressing the reset button. The other one. So they should both reset here. So I'm going to pull the power out and put it back in. So be sure that it actually restarted there. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking it sometimes hops to 163 and sometimes to 164. Yeah, thought so. So they're both back up, but this one hops between two IPs. Why, I don't know. So let's start the stream, and this one start the stream. So this is the default. And if we have like the same angle on them, we can see clearly the difference there. So if we do like 720, right? Ooh, they don't have the same options. This is so interesting.
Fixerbot says.
Hi, welcome
New
in.
follower janitor on duty. Less than 3.
So, this one doesn't have... Yeah, it does. And now this one didn't react to the change. So let's change it. Let's actually stop and start stream for this one. Yeah. So hand in the way. Will the other one notice? No. So stop and start stream for this one too. So away. So the new one it doesn't work the same. The old one that I thought might be broken, it works perfectly, right? And it's also just connected to USB 5 volts. So it just has a USB cord going in here with 5 volts to 2 pins. And I can see how the image moves. This one is frozen again. The new one. With a nice antenna. So I'm going to stop stream, start stream. And now it moves the image when I do this. So, there, away. Let's see if I can have them at about the same angle there. So, this one hasn't restarted, or I didn't have to reset it so much as this one. But I guess it's when I change settings mostly, so that's not what you usually would do, right? And now both are at the max resolution. No, they're at HD. So if we go to this one, 1280 1024, and again this one doesn't update, and I will have to restart it, which is not the big problem as changing settings. It's if it just dies randomly. So I'm purposefully going so they both should show at the same time now, and they don't. Also, I'm having the same distance. You know, my hand is much bigger on one image. And the ring light is too, with the camera. But they're still live both. Yeah. So we'll just have to experiment later, but the thing for now, to test, the next thing, which we want to today, is to make this video only. We want just a feed of this, we don't want the settings in here, right? So, are they still live? Yeah. So we don't want all the settings and all the things. What? Alright, this is the mail for that. And I have more AliExpress things on the way. And they split every order into a million things. Well, that's the one we were using really. So let's just hop this other window into here. And this one switches IP when I restart it. So it has 2 IPs. And that's interesting. First I thought it was because I didn't have it connected to the board now. But something in it made the difference. But if it gets, sometimes it gets a new DHCP address and not the same. That's odd. Yeah, let's continue with Acme. We have unboxed a lot of things and play with the tiny thing. I really want to play with these displays too. So, and one of them at least has touch. I would hope that all 3 has touch. We have other stuff to play with too. Right, so I'm going to power these off. The green one, plugging the green out. Here. And now I'm plugging the other one out. Let's see how it dies when I plug it out. So it froze the image there. So very interesting that this has 2 DHCP leases, that it just hops between. I've never seen that for a device before. Have you? Have you seen a device hop between 2 DHCP leases on the same device. It feels very odd. So I'm just going to put this aside to continue with later. And it might be today, it might not be today. I'm thinking it won't be today probably, because I'm thinking I will have to go and check in on my mom later. So there now I have less stuff on my desk at least. Let's actually put this bag on the new one. Oh, it's warm. So yeah. So electronics are quite sturdy, and we know now why I started to think that one was broken, because there's a component here that's fried on its board, and then I connected that one to power only, and I didn't get a connection, but it had 2 DCP leases, so it was definitely on the other one then, and was running fine. Only I didn't realize it would get 2 DCPs, and I only saw that because I was checking for the new one in my leases. That's why I saw it. So it was very odd. Right.